That's it. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Zulcron Sports YouTube channel. You might be thinking, Stuart, where the hell have you been? Or you might not be. But yeah, I've been super busy lately with work, and just during that quiet period I decided just to put my fishing gear in the shed, and I thought I'll leave it there until the hounds start to show, as I was a little bit burnt out. I was getting a little bit sick of the fishing. Not a massive fan of catching thornback rays throughout March and April time. I know a lot have been shown on the west coast and southwest Scotland and stuff like that, but I've caught a lot of them, and I don't really have much interest, to be honest. If I catch them as a bycatch, then brilliant, saves the blank sometimes. But I can't justify travelling 2 to 3 hours to catch a fish that I've caught a million times. Today we are over the west coast, fishing for the Smooth Hounds. The Smooth Hounds have showed up. There's been a few doubles in the area, not in any massive numbers, but there's been a couple each week for the past 2-3 weeks now. Some good ones as well that I've heard about, up to around 17-18 pounds, so it's looking good for the season ahead. And I've got a bait in the water, so I'm going to watch the rod tips, and I've also upgraded my camera equipment. I've got a nice new tripod, so the videos should look a bit better rather than me being on the floor with a selfie stick. It's very near perfect conditions in my opinion. We've got a mid-tide, sort of in between tides at the moment. I believe it's a 2 metre low and a 9 metre high. I was planning on fishing somewhere else for high water, but I turned up at the mark this morning and it was absolutely rammed, and it's Wednesday. But I suppose a few people must be off work, mustn't they? We've got a bit of colour in the water. I can't quite see the bottom around these rocks, so that's a good sign. Hopefully the Smooth Hounds will come in nice and close and start feeding on these crabs. The sun's shining. Feels like it's about 15-16 degrees right now. I'm gonna have to take this jumper off soon. Also, a big thank you to Jay and John Redman and Zulcron Sports for the crab. On a last minute notice, I went and raided the personal stash, but cheers John and Jay, massively appreciated. And if any of you are looking to get out over the weekend, I think Jay's getting another big delivery of crab, so keep an eye on the Facebook page for them. I'm sure they'll fly out, seeing as this west coast is absolutely booming at the moment with the bigger fish. I haven't seen many of the smaller ones. Like I said, most of them are quite a good double, 11, 12, 13s. So fingers crossed, we are here, we are back. It's been a long winter, and now I'm back out in the sunshine. It's my favourite time of year. I'm going to get some nice Smooth Hounds for you this year, and see if we can get some taupe as well. I've got the bug back now. Come on. Right then, so the rig I'm using today, again, nice and simple. Pulley pennel, as always. Rotten bottom clip. I use a rotten bottom nearly everywhere I go. You never know when there's going to be a little bit of seabed uncovered and you're going to get that fish stuck, so I'd rather play it safe. Straight onto a 100 £, rig body, bead, 295 £, power swivel bead. Onto the 295 £, power swivel again, 60 £, hook length. Onto the business end, where it gets a little bit different from my cod rigs. As you can see there, that's a Seaglow Mutsu circle hook, and it's snelled in place, so it's completely fixed. As you can see, I'm pulling on that there, it doesn't budge. The reason I do that is, yeah, the hound will dislodge the lead 9 times out of 10, but it should get a little bit of resistance from dislodging the lead, and with that circle hook being stuck in place, hopefully that's enough just to hook the hound straight away. And I know from previous years that this works absolutely spot on, and 9 times out of 10 it's that circle hook either in the bottom jaw or the corner of the scissors where it's hooked. And then that's a 2/0 short shank, which doesn't really do much in this rig. It's mainly just there to hold the bait on. This year I might give the dingle dongle a go, but why change it if it's working for us there? Like I said, that's a snell knot and it's fixed in place, and the crab bait will just sit to there. I'll show you soon, just below that circle hook, and yeah, that'll just sit there and nail the hounds hopefully. Yeah, I'll quickly go through a bait up. I mean, I know you've probably seen it 1,000 times before, but it's probably the same as everyone else's. Just peel the crab as usual, get all the shell out of it. Just watching me rod tip in the background there. I'll hear the ratchet before I see the rod tip, to be fair, if it's a hound. What an unbelievable day it is today though. Slight breeze. Like I said earlier, this jumper is coming off soon. I'm red hot. There's a nice prime peeler crab, or peeled. And what I do, and I know a few other people do it as well, the lungs offer nothing in my opinion. So I cut the lungs out, make the bait that little bit smaller. They don't have much scent in them, if any at all. And then get the last of that shell out. And I cut it in half. And before I've wrapped it with even bait elastic, I nick the hook through the fatter end of the crab, like so. I get my bait elastic, just the nice sea glow stuff. It's very thin, perfect for wrapping your crab baits up. Just taking out the packet there. I'll give this first half a good whipping of elastic. Yeah, like I said, I went to another market this morning, but you can't beat the locals down. It's pretty much impossible. You have to be here for low water, and you can't even fish it until probably half water. But yeah, it is what it is. I know this market here produces hounds as well, but we'll give it a good go as always. So that there is the first part of the bait, and that's half a crab. If I was fishing the beaches and I've had a couple of hounds already, I know for a fine fact that that is more than enough to catch a hound. You can probably put this back out twice as well when they're properly in. But yeah, today, like I said, they are a little bit thin in numbers, so we'll add a little bit more to this scent. And we'll get the other half of the crab, we'll bulk it out a little bit. always think you've got all the shell out and then you've got some more, don't you? But, yeah, there's the second half of the crab on the back of it. Nice little pellet shape. I hope you can see that properly on the camera. And as you can see there, that's the circle hook sitting nice and proud. I don't tuck it back in the bait or anything. I just let it swing, swivel and do its own thing. Act as natural as a circle should be. Yeah, I've had hundreds of hounds on this rig here, and I'm sure it won't fail me today if one was to come along. Well, hopefully. Fingers crossed, guys. And high water is at 11:45. So I'll fish it all the way up, and I might disappear to McDonald's a few hours after back water, and then come back down here for low water on the evening. Plenty of crab baits, squid from Joe Morrison, which is absolutely quality of them. Thank you, Joe. And I'll just keep firing these baits out. Well, that's the next bait and ready to go out there. Bit more peeler crab on it this time. As you can see, that's nailed. Circle hook, sticking out lovely and proud. Lovely bait, if I do say so myself. Well, I'm down on the low water mark now, and that's the first bait. About to go out, half a peeler. Try and get maximum distance, so only half a peeler. Right then, sorry about the wind noise. If there is any, I'm on a flat beach and there's an easterly on my back as I'm facing the sea. First cast has just gone out on the low water mark. High water was fairly fruitless, so I dissipated the shop, got some more water because it is 18 degrees here for some reason today. Got some biscuits and sandwich, etc. And now I'm here waiting for a hound to run over low water. Fingers crossed. Like I said earlier, there's been a couple coming out, so all we can do is try. Who knows, I've got the week off work, so might pop back over later in the week as well as the tides get a bit better. So fingers crossed anyway. Well, it's been a heavy session so far, but I've just got an absolutely lovely place there. I'll get it on the scales in a minute and I shall let you know what it weighs, but yeah, can't say it'd be too far off £2 that. It's a bit of a slab, but for somebody that doesn't catch very many of these, it's definitely welcome nevertheless. But very happy with that one. Cheers. The place that I had went 1.5 on the scales, 1.5 pound. So definitely not a bad one. And I'm getting a couple more taps there now as well. So definitely not a Smooth Hound, probably another place. But we'll get this one in and see what's on the end, if anything at all. Snags out in front of me. I think it's just sliced me braid again. Frustrating when nothing's going to plan. Well, it wasn't the leader that's been snapped, it was just my rotten bottom. That's why I'm using rotten bottoms as well. Because these snags are a bit evil out the front of here, like. get a new lead tied on her. Well, there's the first one of the day. Took a while, but we got there. It's probably about 7 or 8 pound. He didn't give much of a scrap. He was all wrapped up in my braid and my rig body. But target species achieved. And as you can see, what I was talking about on the rig earlier is that circle hook straight in the scissors there. I've actually been quite lucky to get him in because he's not fully hooked all the way through. See if I can unhook him. It's still taking a bit to unhook him, like, but there you go. Circle hook right in the corner of the mouth. I'll get him back quickly so he survives nicely, gets his breath back. Cheers. So that was a target species acquired, which I'm happy about. I've lost a few fish due to that ledge. I've had a couple of fish on, and it's just sliced me braid straight through. It was my fault for using the thin stuff, but last year this ledge wasn't so bad. I've got my 40 pound stuff on now, and it seems to just be coming straight up over it rather than getting sliced. So yeah, my fault really, but what can you do? I was trying to get that little bit extra distance and it didn't pay off with the thinner stuff. Not a massive difference between the 40 pound and the 20 odd pound that I was using there anyway. That 40 pounds helped us get that fish in, so yeah, happy days. Got a nice place as well, so we'll keep plucking away. I think we've probably got maybe about an hour and a half left. before this tide starts to push a bit too fast, because once it hits the flat, it's you're practically running away from it and there's no point in fishing really. But I'll try and get you another hound, maybe a bigger one, try and get you a double. That was a good bite. Fucking rod tip right over. Zip the drag. Tell you what, that was absolutely cracking bite for a dogfish. Oh, let's get a fresh bait out. Well, I could have put money on that being a smooth hound from that bite. Look at that view, man. I can see it clear as day, but for you guys I'll have to zoom in a bit. Nice background of the Lake District there. Beauty. Well, that's the last cast gone out. The tide is absolutely racing in. By the time I finish this outro, it'll probably be up to me rod stand there. But again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the subscribes, all the good stuff, all the shares. It's massively appreciated. Cheers for watching the video as well after I've took over a month off from fishing and uploading to YouTube. So I hope this was a good way to get summer started. A little sneak peek. It's currently still only early though. It's only May the 3rd today, and we've had a hound, so things are looking excellent for the rest of the season. But I'm going to sit here, or stand. I'm going to stand here, see if I get a bite, and if I do, I'll bring you back. If not, I'll see you all next time.